Right, the lightweight problem and solution. We're in a bit of a weird spot with the lightweight division. It's always been the flagship weight class, everyone's favourite division, usually considered to be one of the most skilled and toughest divisions. And it's given us some of the best rivalries, the best moments, epic bangers, and Tony Ferguson. Hold on, I'm crying, brother. But right now, it's got about as much energy as Umar did in the 5th round against Merab. I mean, it's flatter than Bryce Mitchell thinks the earth is. And I'm going to quickly go over what's happened and then offer up a couple of little solutions. Let's start at the top. Islam Makhachev, the champion. Having against Islam, he's great. He's talented. He's up for fighting anyone. You couldn't ask for more. He's even got bants.
Black belt? Who gave him that? We have to check that moment.
But Makhachev poses 2 problems for the lightweight division. The first problem, he's so fucking dominant. With Dana making this whole situation worse by saying Arman is going to have to go back to scratch and work his way back to a title shot. It's looking like slim pickings for any kind of interesting matchup for Islam. We got Charlie Olives. He's probably going to be up next. I'm not sure I've got the strength for it, to be honest. Let's face it, none of us truly believe that Charles is going to win that one. Even on a good night, Islam plays it too safe and Charles takes too many risks. It's very unlikely, as much as we'd all love that to happen. And then other than Charles and Arman, I mean, take a look at the lightweight rankings. Who the fuck is there that's going to stand any chance of really challenging Islam? Justin Gaethje's coming off a loss. Dustin's just about to retire and Islam's beating him anyway. Max Holloway, Michael Chandler. I mean, what are we doing here? So other than Arman, thanks again Dana, there's no one in the rankings at all that anyone is interested at all at seeing him fight. So that is a problem. It's sucking all of the excitement out of the weight class. Like John Jones never mind. And a little side problem for Islam is that his title run has been pretty plagued with complications. A lot of it ain't really his fault, but a late notice fight with Dan Hooker and Bobby Green apparently was enough to earn him a title shot. And then he beats Charles fair and square. Then he fights a featherweight. Then he fights a featherweight on 2 weeks' notice. Dustin Poirier. And then Moicano on short notice. Again, most of this isn't his fault, but it's not that exciting, is it? The other big problem the lightweight division has is that there's currently a gatekeeper logjam. Now granted, recently some of them have given the younger guys a chance. Dustin fought Benoit, Justin fought Fiziev, etc. But other than Arman, this new generation of guys are having trouble breaking through. I mean, Gaethje, Charles, Dustin, Chandler. As we've seen over the last handful of years, you can match up any of these older guys, much like matching up O'Malley's wife with any one of his friends, and you're guaranteed a good time. But as massive as Schmitty makes it, and as fun as these fights have been, at this point, it's just all a bit played out. And we find ourselves with a logjam. The UFC hasn't helped, prioritising big names and marketable fights over developing the new talent. But anyway, let's stop moaning about everything that's wrong with it. I mean, fucking hell, I'm complaining so much I sound like Jamal Hill. Let's look at some of the potential solutions. Now, I'm sad to say that there isn't some genius move that I've got that's going to sort all this out immediately. But the good news is, what I'm about to say is actually going to happen. One of the solutions comes from one of the problems. With so few quality contenders for Islam, Islam's already looking at welterweight, like Bobby Green eyeing up a Mackenzie Dern weigh-in.
Jeez.
Bilal's little plan of getting chummy with Team Khabib so Islam won't beat him up hasn't worked. Whilst the recent Drickus talk from Islam is absolute nonsense, moving up to welterweight seems not just like the logical next step, but inevitable. I would imagine that the Khabib camp isn't going to do this whole jumping up and down constantly in the weight classes thing. You would imagine that Islam is going to build up correctly and settle into that weight class. This then means that the lightweight title becomes a hot potato. Calm down, Connor. Can you imagine all the beautiful chaos that will ensue? A vacant lightweight belt, the scrambles for position. It'll be awesome. But that, hardcores and casuals, is just half of the solution. Because that just leaves the same 4 fighters to keep fighting, passing that belt around in matchups that we've already seen. But when you look at those guys, Dustin's got 1 fight left. Gaethje's already talking about retirement. And after this brutal war that's coming up with Dan Hooker, there's a good chance that that might be him spent. Chandler's 38. Charles is 35. Beneil is 35. Even Dan Hooker's 34. Over the next couple of years, these familiar faces in the lightweight division, they're all going to retire or fall off a cliff. It's going to be sad to see them go. We've had some amazing memories with these guys. We've watched car crashes with Gaethje, Dustin's wars, and Chandler's horrifyingly low IQ moments and motivational speeches. And don't get me started on the extreme highs and lows that have been given to us by Charles. And as we say goodbye to them, we say hello to a fresh new dawn. With those guys gone, imagine all the fun, intriguing matchups we're going to have when the top 5 is made up of names like Rafael Fiziev, Grant Dawson, Paddy Pimblett, Manny Moicano, Arman Sarukian. Lots of different styles, lots of different charismatic personalities, loads of potential rivalries. It's going to be fun. And add on top of that, we got Islam to stir things up in the welterweight division. We're fucking spoiled, boys. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a sub, check out this playlist of recent bangers. I'll see you next time.